What's up, people? It's Uncle Ming again. Of course, I'm doing a back-to-back video. I feel like I have enough time out of my chaos and chaotic days of everything that I got going on. So this is going to be the $18 bet strategy, straight bet strategy, and this can go so many different ways. But for this video in particular, this is a bet that I often do. Sorry, that I often do on my live streams, and people have asked me, "What is it? How does it work? Or what's going on?" And basically, if you've never seen my live video, then this video is something that can help you also. I play and make strategies for the low guy, the small guy, or whatever you want to call it, low guy. The low guy, really? Anyway, I make strategies for people who are um, less fortunate, I'll say. Then there's somebody who will say, well, if they're less fortunate, they shouldn't be gambling anyway. You don't know what anybody's situation is. So therefore, this is for people who have a little bit of extra money, or, if they just really want to take the risk with the rent money, whatever bill money or whatever it is, and try to make something happen. This is what my channel is for. And as you hear on most videos, I say that I don't try to create clickbait, so that means that everything that I post on my channel is of use to whoever is watching. In this case, you clicked on this to see what the $18 bet is, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is. This is actually a advanced. If you look on my channel, first off, this is going to be the advanced version of the $12 straight bet. So if you go look at the $12 straight bet strategy, then you'll understand this bet a whole lot easier, a whole lot more. So we're going to get into it right now. And I really don't like using this simulator, but for the sake of it, it's the easiest one. It shows you your profits at the end if you win and all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's jump right in it. I use the European wheel if I can play it. I like to play it online. And if you do the American, it has the American features on there also. But for the sake of it, this is the French or the European wheel. And you can do this on the American wheel also. Just pick wherever you want. Now, these 12 numbers that I pick are anywhere on the wheel. They just have to be together next door to each other. So if I'm going to play 19, that means I'm going to play 14 or 4 and 15. So if I was to do that, it would automatically place, that's the neighbors. If you've never heard of neighbors, it is the bets right beside whatever number you pick. But in the case of this, I'm just going to put them up already. So I have the 12 numbers. It's from the 15 from the 32 to the 13. If you looked at my video that I just recently posted of the Smart Roulette Tracker, this is section 1 or section A of that tracker. Now, with this being said, all of the numbers are out here, or the $12 are out here. Now, what I would do is, or the easiest way to understand it is, I go from the first 3 numbers on either side. I start there. So 1, 2, 3. I don't want those numbers. I'm going to use the inner 6 of the 12. That's going to be 4. It's going to be 21, 2, 25, and 17 and 34 for this example. Now, like I said, you pick out 12 numbers on the wheel anywhere together, and I advise personally get you a small little notepad memo book so that you can do this. You write it down. You write every number down in a row, the numbers you want to use, the 12 numbers, and then you make lines. I'm going to show you that also, just, because people ask me, what do you mean by this? And what do you mean by that? So I'm going to show you what I mean by, because I have so many different things I want to put up, and I'm just, if it spins, it's okay. It's a part of this video because I started with a $180 bankroll because my increments of bets are 18. I'm not progressing. I'm not doubling up. I'm not doing any of that. It's strictly $18 bet. The reason being is because if it hits one of the ones, the outer 3 or the outer 6 numbers out of the 12, it's going to give me one free spin or one extra spin. And then if it hits one of the inner 6, then it gives me 3 extra spins. So in total, either I win 36 or I win $72. I think that's pretty fair. What do y'all think? I mean, it's definitely fair to me, you know, because I'm always doing something, and I'll use this as an example. This right here is where I was looking at 18 numbers, and I just basically wrote them all down, and I was like, well, how do I stack them up to where I could make money? And this is how also the 42 and 6 bet came along, is because I was like, I need to know how I can double up or how I can make something happen. But if you give me just a second, I'll show y'all exactly what I mean as far as, when you pick your numbers. And they can be anywhere on the wheel. Usually if you go and get the smart roulette tracker, the one I just made the video of and explained everything about, it'll show you where the hottest numbers are, and then you can just bet those 12 numbers and you can actually have something happen. It's on my actual other notepad, but as you can see here, well, as you can see there, I won, hit the number 2, and it pays 72 out, so I profited $54. And you're gonna have the ads that pop up if you're using a simulator, or this simulator specifically. I just go on through it, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you see that it always does. I always like to hit the rebet button. Some places, if you play online, the auto rebet, they kind of target you, or I feel like they target you, but that's just my personal opinion. This is what I'm actually meaning when I say pick your 12 numbers. I know that's kind of blurry and looks like trash. Let me zoom it out or make it bigger for you. So there you go. So what you'll do is you'll pick your first numbers, and then I always separate the 6 with a line, and I make sure that that's where my even number is, and then I pick the innermost because of the neighbors being able to do what they do. The neighbors picks 5 numbers for you. I'm gonna shrink this back down. Now it makes more sense when I open up this wheel and I press 19, and it puts 5 numbers out for me, because I picked that number, which would have technically, if it was 32, it would have been the. Actually, I'll just show y'all from this bet. Let me back this up real quick. Take the numbers out, and I'm going to use. Let's see. What does it say? On here it says if I click on the 32, you can rewind it back if you didn't see all of it, and then the 17. And the numbers that I have in the very middle is 4 and 21. And then I would go back and press the 21, and then I would hit 25. So what it did is oh, wait a minute. Oh, 15, sorry. As you can see, I'm going to show it again. So as you can see on here, on my paper, what I do is, I'm going to zoom it out real good for this video. So as you see here, I make these lines at the bottom as my starting numbers, and then I actually tap the number 4 and 21, not on the wheel because it'll put extra chips out there, but I'll hit 4 and 21, and then you see there's a small mark above the 15. When I hit the 21 to actually put my other piece of the bet down, I'll hit the 15 by itself, and that actually gives me my 18 numbers. That's just an easy way for me to do it. I don't know, maybe it works for you, it doesn't. It's however you do it. If you put every number down personally your own way, that's perfectly fine with me. But the $18 bet, you pick it anywhere. I usually use the 12 numbers from the tracker, from the Smart Roulette Tracker, and I'll actually, on this video, I will put in a link to that video that I just put up, or you can just go to my channel and on YouTube, which is scrolling at the bottom of this, right down here. You can click on it and go check it out. But that's what I would do, is I would use that and just hit the rebet button. If you're online, I wouldn't typically use auto bet unless you are busy or you are not going to be caring about the money per se. Like if I put $180 on there, I'm looking for this $18 bet to hit a few times and put me in profit. I might be going and doing some other things, but literally this bet brings life back to your bankroll every time it hits those two chips. When it hits that 72, it brings it back. If you get two or three in a row, that's $200. You know what I'm saying? If you count your bet, that's $200. Three spins is 216. See what I'm saying? So therefore, you tend to get your money back faster. I've actually had it to where this bet has took me above and beyond on bankroll. People say, well, what do you do whenever you come in and how do you pick your numbers when you first start? I say, well, I just, depending on where I'm betting at, if I'm betting online, I know automatically I need to go and press certain buttons. So in this situation, I know that my bet on the other side is a 18 is close to the 18 and 22. So what I do is I hit the 14 on the wheel and I hit the 28 on the wheel, excuse me. And once it puts those numbers down, I just basically put the 18 and 22 as you just seen, and then I hit the 7 after I hit the 22. Sounds kind of confusing, but just rewind it back a few times and watch it over again, and you'll understand more or less what's going on. And just let it roll. The worst that can happen is you bust out, but you're playing almost a third of the wheel, so therefore it's easy for you to get a hit in some cases. I don't know if that even sounded right, but it made sense to me. A lot of my videos probably ain't gonna make sense, but if you actually listen to them or watch them long enough, then they do make sense. But as you see, it's hitting over there where I was at. This tracker or this simulator tends to just really just defy all odds. Like it doesn't really play fair per se, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go over here where it's betting at or where it's hitting and let it roll. As you see, I'm down 54. That's perfectly fine in my case. I mean, I'm one of those people who are just like, okay, it doesn't matter to me. All it takes is one of those 72s or a couple of those 36s to swing through. And I mean, this is literally why I can't stand this tracker. Whoever made this app, like everyone complains about it, but we all use it because it's easiest to basically track things. One thing I can admit about this tracker, and I think I did a review of this tracker also because I really can't stand it. But the thing that is good about this is if you win against this simulator, you should have zero problems when you're playing live anywhere or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You should have zero problems. As you see, it just brought me almost back, to a good standing point. But I mean, in roulette, you're gonna have that instance where it misses your pocket by one or by two, or it hits the one that has the less amount. This is why I tell people when I'm playing, if you play with me online or if you play with me in a real casino, I tell people like, look, don't expect all your spins to win. Don't expect them to hit back to back. If they do, take it in stride and be happy, whatever, cool. But don't expect to win all the time. That's the often misunderstood thing is, if a zero player is playing zero and they say, oh man, hit it again. Don't expect it to hit again. But if it does, take that and run with it. And I'm just basically doing the spins because I want y'all to see how often this works. And, you're not going to really see it with this fucking simulator, but hey, it happens. Every time I play this, when I get down to 108, all I do is I say, please just hit the 72 because it puts you back even. It's not always going to happen, but it works. You're getting live spins right here on this video of simulation. Of course, you're going to have your ads that pop up. If you use any kind of ad that you didn't pay some kind of amount for, you have to deal with the ads. That's just a part of it. I tend to can't stand them. I don't really simulate anything on here except for YouTube videos, or if I'm trying to show my Discord, what's going on. But this is pretty much it. I mean, you pick anywhere on the wheel. I know all the sections of the wheel. So if you ever play online with me, and I keep saying if you play online with me or in person, but that's just literally what it is. I can tell you everything just about the wheel that you need to know as far as that. And this bet also, like I said, works on the American wheel too. But for the simulation, I'm doing the European wheel. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I answer everybody. If you're in the Discord, I answer everybody. I talk to them on a regular basis every day. I've got more ideas. I'm just now starting to actually get to where I'm putting these ideas out on video so that I don't forget them, or if I do make them once, I don't have to make them again. There's no upgrades, no updates to any of the bets. It's just simply these are what they are. As you see, it's a teeter-totter back and forth type deal. If you can, track as best you can. I know that somebody's going to come and say, well, the tracking does no good, independent spins and all. Yes, I know that they're all independent spins, but when you're talking to a person who doesn't know anything about roulette or whatever, they don't know that certain platforms or certain people cheat to get ahead. In the case of the one that, if you look on my live streams, you'll see those people do abnormal ball bounces. Sometimes they drop the ball and they say, oh, well, we're gonna make you a ticket and compensate you, and they never do. I hardly ever get any of my money back when a spin is missed. But also, if the spin is missed, when it hits and it's on my number, I don't trip. So I guess that kind of voids out the complaint of me not getting my money. All your bets don't always go like this. Like I said, I use this because it keeps up with all the stats. It's just a little bit of trash how the person who made this set it up to win and to lose. Even if I play on the little live thing that they have, it still hits only part of the time. But you see that I was down $90 and I got 54 of it back in one spin. It's I'm not gonna say it's foolproof, but it's one of those classics that should be acknowledged. Because I tell people, don't play more than 18 straight numbers or 9 split bets. That's also a tip for anybody who's watching this that hasn't seen any other videos that I've made. I always tell you, play 18 numbers in a straight bet and 9 splits. If you play any more than that, you're starting to hedge your bets, or either you just cut into your profit. If this wins, it doubles up or it gives you triple. It's just a matter of what you hit. But this is pretty much it. The bet itself. I don't think there's any much more things to tell you about this bet. It's just an $18 bet. And start with your bankroll 180, maybe 360 if you're kind of skeptical or just really wanting to get the feel for it. You can play this bet on the live tables, whether in the casino. You can play them on an automatic. Just depends on what you want to do. As I said before, refer to the Smart Roulette Tracker video that I made. I'm putting the link in the description for you, and roll with it. If you need help, go to my About tab, and you'll see it says Roulette Discord. Come in and join in to the conversation, ask questions. I'll help you as best I can. I tend to not really answer. I'll answer questions on the comments, but to get real full help, just come to the Discord. It's so much easier. But with all that being said and being done, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm sorry that this video is 20 minutes long. I do like to talk and I do like to ramble on. But as you see below, it's the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, T-shirt channel, the T-shirt site, all that stuff. Join in. Conversations are pretty cool, pretty cool people. Everybody has an idea, strategies. I let them, we have a full chat where, if you have an idea or you want to share something, bring your idea, we'll go from there. and we'll talk about it. I'll probably tell what flaws I see in it, or don't see in it, or if I like it or don't like it, and we'll go from there. So, with all that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video.